republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Welcome, everyone. This is Monday, November 2nd. If you have any questions, comments, concerns as we proceed through this meeting, come up to this microphone here, give us your name and address, tell us what's on your mind. We do have a section 10 for public comment. We'll get to that, obviously. Call the roll, please.
Cedar?
Here.
Ellery? Here. Kinsfater?
Here.
Koopa?
Here.
Laporte?
Here.
McCartney?
Here.
Watt?
Here.
All present, Your Honor.
Thank you. I'd ask for a motion from council to add to number 5B, resolution to support East China School District's vacation of Hugo Street.
So move, Your Honor.
Support.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? We'll go to consent agenda, City Council minutes of October 19th in 2020, regular and closed meetings.
Your Honor, I'd like to have the closed meeting tabled at this time. There's a correction that has to be made. We'll bring it back at our next meeting.
Support.
All right, the motion is made, supported to table the closed meeting minutes. Any questions? Call the roll, please.
Watt?
Yes.
Ellery? Yes. Kinsfater?
Yes.
Koopa?
Yes.
Laporte?
Yes.
McCartney?
Yes.
Cedar?
Yes.
Carried, Your Honor.
All right. I'll ask for a motion then for the regular meeting from the October 19th.
So moved.
So move.
Questions? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? All right, thank you. We'll go to 5A. Resolution 2017 approving addendum city superintendent employment agreement. Mr. Roth, you want to kind of take us through that a little bit?
I think it'd be more appropriate if either a member of council or city attorney took this one.
All right, Mr. Downey, go ahead.
Your Honor, before the council's proposed resolution that would memorialize the change to Mr. Rothy's employment agreement that was adopted at the last meeting, with the passage of this resolution, the actual addendum itself has already been provided to administration and would simply require a signature.
I move, Your Honor, to approve the resolution.
Support.
All right, the motion is made and supported. Any questions? Call the roll, please.
Ellery? Yes. Kinsfater?
Yes.
Koopa?
Yes.
Laporte?
Yes.
McCartney?
Yes.
Watt?
Yes.
Cedar?
Yes.
Carried, Your Honor.
Thank you. B is the resolution to support the East China School District's vacation of Hugo Street. Mr. Roth, you want to talk about that a little bit?
I'll have the city attorney weigh in
All
on this
right.
one too.
Your Honor, members of council, before you is a proposed resolution in support of a vacation, partial vacation of Hugo Street. You'll recall that Mr. Francis, attorney for the East China School District, appeared at the regular meeting of October 19 and indicated that there were a couple of streets on the parcel at Gearing Elementary that they're preparing for sale that need to be vacated, and there's a process that he's begun to undertake. And what he and other members of the administration East China have determined is there's what I'll describe as about a 20-foot spur. It's called Hugo Street that extends outside their boundary. And Mr. Francis simply followed up after the meeting on the 19th and asked whether the city would allow him to vacate that extra distance on Hugo Street. Otherwise, we'd sort of be left with this spur that is an island in the midst of the plat, and it just seemed reasonable that we allow them to do that. We've consulted with Mr. Pangori, the city attorney. He's worked closely with Mr. Francis on that, and he's recommending that we go ahead and allow them to do that. So that's the resolution. It would just be supporting the school district's efforts to completely vacate Hugo Street.
I'll make a motion to approve.
Support.
All right, motion made, supported. Any questions?
I have one quick comment, just to be clear, this is not the same, this is not the Hugo Street that already exists in the city that's paved. This is that just by weird coincidence, there's another name of a street that was never built, also called Hugo Street. Just want to be clear.
Anybody else? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? We'll go to number 6. Reports administration. Mr. Rothy, what do you got?
Yes, a few announcements real quick. First, I misspoke at our last meeting where I said waste management bag leaf pickup would end at the end of October. It actually goes through the month of November, so residents are if they want waste management to pick up their bags, they can, their leaves, they can place it in bags, as well as our city staff are out and about with the leaf pack as well, so they have both options available to them. City Hall will be closed next Wednesday, Veterans Day, November 11th. Earlier today, AEW was out surveying parts of Clinton Avenue for the bike path project. I want to tentatively announce this evening that on November 19th, likely here in this room, we'll have the first of those public outreach events where the engineer, the Trails Committee will be here to hear public comment regarding the design of that proposed bikeway. So a more formal announcement will come, and obviously if COVID restrictions change or so on, we will accommodate the best we can. But as of now, November 19th, Thursday before Thanksgiving, is the tentative date for that event. Again, more formal announcement coming soon.
Warren, when does DPW start leaf pickup?
They began last week.
They did, and they're on the
Yep.
regular schedule that's posted on the website.
Yes,
Okay.
And Waste Management will be picking up bags through November?
that's correct.
Anything else from Mr. Rosie? All right, we'll go to B, the City Attorney, Mr. Downey. Anything?
I have nothing this evening, Your Honor.
Anything from Mr. Downey? City departments, anybody out there have anything?
Yes, Your Honor, just the last update before the November 3rd election. Today was unlike anything I've ever seen with how many people came in and voted. We were a polling location today, and it was nonstop. It just was unprecedented. So I'm not really sure what to expect tomorrow. I know everyone is trained, and I don't expect anything, well, I don't want to expect anything unexpected because something always comes up. But talking numbers, we've already had 40% of our registered voters vote. So tomorrow will be steady, but I think it'll be manageable because of those numbers. Of the ballots we've issued already, we've had a 93% return rate. So to put that simply, tomorrow we hope to get 123 ballots, and then we'll have 100% of our return rate for our absent voter ballots. It's pretty typical of St. Clair. Our absent voters return their ballots for the most part. I just think these numbers are phenomenal, and I'm looking forward to tomorrow. Polls will be open 7 a.m. to 8 p.m. Results for the City of St. Clair will be posted first at stclaircounty.org website. We upload those immediately as soon as we get the tabulator count, so check there first. And then, of course, I always email mayor and council the results there too. So good luck to our local race, which maybe has been under the shadow a little bit of the presidential election, but we do have mayor and council on the ballot as well. So I'll be reaching out to all of you tomorrow too. So if anyone has any questions, I'll be happy to answer them. Otherwise, see you at the polls tomorrow.
Good luck tomorrow.
Thank you.
Good job.
Thanks.
Get some sleep tonight.
Somebody shared real quick, Corporal Ennis and I were here in January, told you about the drug collection box upstairs. Just to let you know, even with the COVID shutdown, that this building was shut down for a couple of months, we've collected just over 50 pounds of
Wow.
prescription pills and patches.
Nice.
So the community's using it quite a bit, so.
Awesome.
Thank you, Chief. Wow.
Very nice.
All right, we will go to D, authorities, boards, and commissions. Anybody have anything tonight?
Yeah, the Golf Commission is looking to fill a vacancy. Anybody interested, fill out the proper application at City Hall.
Thank you. Anybody else? We have no unfinished business under number 7. Let's go to number 8, new business. Termination of Signature Associates Agreement. Mr. Rowe.
Yes, Your Honor. The city has an agreement with Signature Associates to be the real estate broker for the industrial park. With the pending sale of the industrial park, I recommend that we conclude our business with Signature Associates and vote to terminate the agreement.
I'll make that motion.
All right, the motion is made, supported. Questions?
Yeah, when we terminate the agreement, what's the time frame from when they still can collect?
120 days.
It's 120 days?
Anything else? Let's call the roll, please.
Kufa?
Yes.
Laporte?
Yes.
McCartney?
Yes.
Watt?
Yes.
Ellery? Yes. Kinsfater?
Yes.
Cedar?
Yes.
Carried, Your Honor.
Thank you. Go to number 9, claims and accounts for October 22nd, 29th.
Hearing no questions, Your Honor, I make a motion to approve as presented.
Support.
All right, motion's made, support. Any questions, anybody? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Go to number 10, public comment. Anybody have anything non-agenda? 3 minutes, please. Speak your piece. Yes, sir. If you would, give us your name and address, please.
Dan Tripwood, 1382 Goff Street. I got a couple comments and then a couple questions. For the comments, I'm part of Emmanuel Lutheran, and we have a program over there we call Adopt a Cop, where we basically support our police officer. On their birthdays, we just send them small gifts or we pray for them. I think once a month they get food, we drop stuff off for them. So I just want to say publicly thank you for the chief, because he makes it work, and I think it's a good program for the community. The other thing is, I've been here in St. Clair for 32 years, and I want to thank you people for the job you do. There's times I've watched that you've had a tough job, you make tough decisions, and I think St. Clair's a beautiful place. I've lived all my life here. So I just want to thank you for your time and efforts. Now the questions. So,
Butter us up.
Friday, October 16th, they flush the sewers out. And when they do that, it backs mine up, and actually my toilet upstairs overflows when they do that. And that's not to get disgusting, but if somebody's using it at the time, it won't be a pretty thing. So I don't know if there's something wrong with the system. I tried to call Public Works, and I haven't got any answers.
Dan, what's your address down there?
1382 Goff Street. So I don't know if something's wrong with it. So, and then the other question I had, I think Butch said it, they're gonna do something down on Goff Street next year, project, or? Yeah.
It's in the planning stages.
Okay, because I know it's all marked off now too, and I don't think it's you guys, but from like my house north is all, I don't know if you've seen it.
I believe there's a gas main project that's going to be happening soon. The city
Okay.
has no projects in Gulf.
Because I know a
right
couple
now.
years ago they did something because they tore my yard up, so, and that's all I have, so.
Well, number one, we thank you for your comments, and you can come back anytime you want and say that kind of thing, of course. But we'll direct Mr. Rothy to have our DPW do some investigating on that sewer thing.
Yeah, because it's
Yeah.
not a good site, yeah.
Thank you, Dean.
Thank you.
All right, take care. Anybody else out there?
Good evening, Your Honor. I've been following your meetings online.
Could you give us your name and address,
Oh, I'm
please?
sorry.
Yeah,
Phil
yeah.
Lundman, corner of 9th and Clinton, 902 Clinton. Sorry about that.
That's all right.
I've been writing some notes for quite some time here, so this might be a little lengthy. If you want to cut me off, feel free. I'll come back to the next meeting.
All right. Can I cut you off right now? Or?
You're going to hear it all.
Go ahead, Phil.
Okay, I've been watching your meetings online from September 8th and October 5th and taking notes and so forth, and been following the Clinton Avenue 10-foot wide bike path, and see you're still planning on moving forward to construction. And as Mr. Rothy says, I watched him out there surveying today also. So, during your December 2019 meeting, the projected cost was $728,000 plus dollars with local match 40%, or some $291,000 on the city's part. I now see you also have gone forward for a 10K grant with a $9,250 match by the city. I'm confused. How much is this bike path going to cost? I'm not looking for an answer here. How much is it really going to cost the taxpayers? And by the way, I hear free money thrown around. There's no such thing as free money. Somebody paid for it. It appears that the requirements for this that are implied for this so-called free money, or if you want to call it the grant, are what's driving this 10-foot wide bike path project. There is no place in this town that I have measured, and I've gone around and measured them quite a few places, that has a 10-foot wide path. They're all 8 feet or less, plus or minus a couple inches. If anybody can find a 10-foot within the city limits of St. Clair, let me know. Has anyone considered that the additional required 2 feet of material to meet this grant to pave 1 mile of 10-foot wide bike path would pave a half a mile of traditional 4-foot wide sidewalk? That's an awful lot of money. How much is the additional prep work and materials costing the taxpayer for something that's not needed in the first place? And I'm referring not necessarily to the bike path, I'm referring to the width of the bike path. You gentlemen of this city council are elected officials and represent us, the taxpayers. The buck stops with you. We have to depend on you to spend wisely for the city. So please treat these grants wisely. I fully support Councilman Kinsfatter's suggestion that you look into using any available funds to repair neighborhood sidewalks throughout all areas of the city. A while back, I made Mr. Bleeth an offer to pay for a piece of concrete on the west end of my driveway. It's 25.5 feet of it, city sidewalk. I offered to pay for the concrete, but nobody's taken me up on it. That offer only stands if you don't tear it up. There was an article in the Voice newspaper dated 26 February 2020, quoted as saying, and I'm quoting the newspaper, I have it if you want to see it, says, "There is no safe way of passage for bikers and hikers from the main stem of the trail along Kearney Drive to the city's downtown with its shopping, restaurants, and parks." Really? What about the roads we got? Sidewalks in place on Fred Moore, Clinton, Vine, and Brown that connect Kearney to M29. I can't even fathom where he's getting his information. There's no way to get down there? I don't believe that. I would hate to see any grant money mentioned for design, engineering, construction be wasted on a project not necessary in the first place. It seems you have a habit of redoing projects all too often when a new grant money becomes available. Case in point was the rework of the parking area across from Riverside Bar when a new sidewalk was already installed there. You tore it up and replaced it with stamped sidewalk in 2012. I've got a picture here if you want to see it. Now you're looking to do the same thing on the north side of Clinton by replacing your newly installed stamped concrete sidewalk with a 10-foot wide bike path. And just wait until the kids in town figure out you built them a 10-foot wide racetrack right down the center of town where they can race side by side, see who can get to the corner first. Trust me on this one. I live on the corner of 9th and Clinton. I saw this happen when they discovered that a jump ramp was built on the corner of 9th and Clinton when the sidewalks were joined after the 9th Street construction. The contractor got with me. We ended up fixing the problem. He ended up fixing the problem. That's why I have a curved sidewalk. There's more to the story, but if you want to know it, you can talk to me later. During the 8 September council meeting, Member Cartney suggests we have crappy sidewalks. He and I just talked about it just a little bit ago. Well, I beg to differ with that. There are many new sections of sidewalk in place. In front of several homes at the west end up near Kearney, there are also several new sections of sidewalk in front of the American Legion Hall. And how about the 247 feet of new sidewalk just put in at the new apartment complex? I'm sure they're going to be thrilled when they find out your master plan is going to tear that up. I have newer sidewalks in front of my home on the corner of 9th and Clinton. It was installed during the 9th Street construction. And then, of course, there's the 5 blocks of new stamped concrete sidewalk that was put in from 5th and M29. I do agree with Member McCartney that the stamped concrete sidewalk creates a bumpy surface and can be very difficult for our seniors and others to walk on, or for strollers or wagons with young children to be pushed or pulled on. I've heard it referred to as nice to look at, but the question remains, do you want to look at it or do you want to walk on it? I would again urge you to reconsider going forward with this project because if it's completed as originally proposed, and I stress originally proposed, you will greatly increase the slope of my driveway as well as my neighbors at 910 and 916 Clinton. It's only our 3 properties along Clinton that are affected by a steep slope. I don't believe there's any amount of planning and engineering can level a hill or the city easement on Clinton Avenue. At least not without extensive rework and costs, raising the road or whatever they choose to do. I ask you, is the bike path really worth it? We were all briefed that the residents would have an opportunity to voice our concerns. I think we just got the answer, Mr. Rothy, there. Do we have a time?
Not yet.
Not yet, okay. How are we going to be notified? By mail or?
We plan on mailing the residents on Clinton, yes.
Very good, okay. I'll pass that on my neighbors because a couple of them are well, two I directly mentioned here. I would hope we'd have this meeting soon. I don't need to cover that. Seems that's how it's going to happen. The reason I came tonight, I'd like to get this done right the first time, so we only have to do it once and don't have to do any rework. So, thank you very much for your time.
Thank you, Phil.
Thank you.
Anybody else out there have anything tonight? Okay, let's go to number 11 then. Mayor and Council, I have just a couple quick things. As Mr. Rothy mentioned, please remember Veterans Day, November 11th. Keep your veterans in your mind. Make sure you get out and vote tomorrow. Polls are 7 to 8. Anybody else has anything?
What is the date for the Christmas parade?
20th.
The 20th?
We meet on the 16th.
Correct.
Anybody else?
Hearing nothing else, Chairman, I make a motion to adjourn.
Support.
All in favor, say aye. Aye. Opposed? Good luck to everyone. Good luck tomorrow. Be careful, be safe. Stay positive, test negative.